Okay, we're on page 88. The title of the page is Using Reciprocals to Divide Fractions. Dividing by a fraction is equivalent to multiplying by its reciprocal. Let's go ahead and examine example 2, and then we'll try a couple problems. Example 2 is divide 5/9 by 2/3, write the quotient in simplest form. Step 1 says rewrite as multiplication using the reciprocal of the divisor. So let's go ahead and examine that and see if we can make sense of it. The problem reads 5/9. Now identify that it's 5/9 is the first term, and then look down to step 2. It remains 5/9. So the first term doesn't change. Look what happens though. Look at the sign. It was a division sign. That gets rewritten as multiplication. And here's the really important one. The second term, 2/3, gets rewritten as its reciprocal of 3/2. Now what's cool about that is now we have a multiplication problem that we know how to solve. And if you examine the example, they just do 5 times 3 is 15. They multiply straight across. They do 9 times 2 is 18. I've shown you what I think is a simpler way. We could have actually simplified the 3 and the 9. They each share a factor of 3. 3 goes into itself once, 3 goes into 9 3 times. And then I would have 5 times 1 is 5. And 3 times 2 is 6. And that's the actual answer, is 5, 6. So if you go back up and reread the question, 5/9 divided by 2/3 is 5, 6. Let's go ahead and try the your turns at the bottom. And we're going to use the exact same method. We're going to rewrite the problem as a multiplication problem where the first term, 9/10, remains. The sign goes from division to multiplication, and really important to remember that the second fraction we rewrite it as its reciprocal. So instead of 2/5, we write it as 5/2. Now we will solve using multiplication. I am going to simplify diagonally. 5 and 10 share a factor of 5. 5 divided by 5 is 1. 10 divided by 5 is 2. I end up with 9 times 1 is 9. 2 times 2 is 4. And that improper fraction I should rewrite as a mixed number. 4 goes into 9 2 whole times with 1 left over. The answer is 2 1/4. I'm going to move my screen over so I can see number 11 a little bit better. I'm going to erase just a little bit here so I can see number 11. And I've got 9/10 divided by 3/5. Again, I will rewrite it using the reciprocal of the second term. So the first fraction, 9/10, remains 9/10. The sign changes from multiplication to division. And the second fraction gets rewritten as its reciprocal, 5/3. Then I multiply straight across, but first I actually check for anything that simplifies. Just like before, 5 and 10 share a factor of 5. And 9 and 3 share a factor of 3. 9 divided by 3 is 3, and 3 divided by 3 is 1. I end up with 3/2. 2 goes into 3 one whole time with 1 left over. The answer is 1 1/2. So 9/10 divided by 3/5 is 1 1/2.